Do you often get lost in your own head, daydreaming about things you wish would happen? If that sounds like you, I'm pretty sure you must have thought to yourself, wow, that was a nice daydream I had. I wonder if it's ever going to happen. If that still sounds like you, then you're lucky, because I was sent here from the future with a mission to tell you that all your dreams will definitely happen, and I can prove it. Everything you dream in your head, no matter how ambitious, is not only an illusion created by your brain, but it's also a real vision of the future. That's because we live in a probabilistic reality, which means that if something has any probability of happening, then theoretically, it has to happen eventually in some timeline in the multiverse.
You mean like the multiverse in the movies?
Yes, but this is the real one.
And how can I know that what I'm thinking about has any probability of happening?
Well, by simply asking a different question. What is something that has absolutely no chances of happening? What is something that will never ever happen, no matter how long it takes? If you go down this rabbit hole, you will soon find that for the most part, the only things that are truly non-negotiable, impossible to happen, are scenarios that break the laws of physics. So as long as your visions respect those laws, anything that comes to your mind will certainly happen.
Okay, but obviously there's a catch here, right? Because if everything I dream of will happen, then why am I not living those dreams right now? Why isn't the majority of people living their dream lives in the flesh?
Well, that is because while not impossible, dreams are highly improbable to happen. They exist on timelines that are very hard to reach, because the odds are stacked against you. But that's not your fault. See, deep inside exists a mysterious force that is controlling all of us since birth. Its main goal is to hypnotize and lock you in the most probable timeline, making most of your dreams unreachable. Only those who manage to tame this force acquire the ability to access their multiverse and unlocks the power to go after the timeline of their dreams. And this is what I'm going to teach you today. Hey, what's that? You're gonna play a video game while I talk to you? Okay then, if that works for you, good for you. You're the boss. I'm just a magic triangle from the future, trying to change your life for the better. But hey, that's cool. Saves on editing time. I'm gonna stay here in the corner so I don't block your vision.
So what do you mean by dreams are highly improbable?
See, humans are programmed to survive and reproduce, not chase dreams. Dream chasers were eaten by lions back in the day. So to make sure you didn't do anything stupid that might get you killed, nature had to create a security system to keep you in line, and that system is called fear. Ooh, sorry for that. Fear was essential for your survival. It kept you focused on being alive and passing on your genes, instead of wondering what's at the end of the rainbow. It rewarded those who kept it safe and didn't do anything stupid, because not dying is the only thing that matters for nature. We now live in a modern society. There's no more lions lurking in the bushes ready to eat you alive, but your brains are still hardwired to those primitive times. Your fear system still works the same way even though most of the dangers of that time are long gone. In general, not much has changed since then. Nature still rewards those who keep it safe and don't do anything stupid. And this behavior is not only imposed by nature, but also by humans itself. Think about it. All that your parents want is for you to stay safe, go to school, to obey your professors and do everything they ask, so that you can go to college and then do everything they ask, so that you can hopefully get a safe and stable job, so that you can do everything they ask in order for you to have money, so that you can make babies, and then ask them to do the same things you did, over and over again. Your parents are the physical embodiment of nature itself. They just want you to survive and reproduce. Don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong about not wanting to die. The problem is that the majority of your fears are outdated. They are incompatible with the reality you live now. Your mind makes you believe that a modern type of failure is just as bad as being eaten alive by a predator, and as a result, this irrational fear makes you follow the most safe and predictable path, the one with the least chances of failure. And this is the main reason dreams are so improbable. You are hardwired to avoid chasing them, because chasing them means increasing your levels of fear. You're wandering out in the woods all by yourself, doing something that you have never done before, And this freaks out the system nature created for you, because it thinks you are risking your life doing something stupid. And this works surprisingly well, because most of the time, people give in to fear and go back to safety. That is why you will probably live the most probable timeline according to your circumstances. The average path leads to an average life and an average person. Look, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you really want for your life. You are actually very lucky if your dream timeline is in your most probable future, but for most people, they won't find their dreams going through here. If you can't find your visions going down this path, don't worry, because this is where the fun part begins. Well, it looks like you're really enjoying playing this game, huh? I hope you're paying attention, because, this information is very important and has the potential to change your entire future. Don't you care about your future? I hope you do, because otherwise, we are all f***ed. Anyway, so, despite nature persistently hypnotizing people, many humans managed to conquer their fears and do incredible things that were all but probable. Do you think that going to the moon was in nature's plans for us? Obviously not, but you humans did it anyway. You did the improbable. Humans are all about doing things they were not supposed to, despite nature telling them otherwise. That's why you conquered the planet, and monkeys are in the same place they always were. Because they don't daydream. They don't question the way things are. They don't try to do things differently. And as a result, their lives are narrowed down to the most probable timeline. In that sense, humans are quite literally a probability-altering machine. They do that by imagining possible realities in their heads and then finding a way to get to them in the real world. This is how the modern world came to be in the first place. It's a superpower that each one of you have inside, but most people don't know how to take advantage of it. And this is by design, not only by nature but also by humans itself. Your parents, the media, the government, the ones that control society. All they want is for you to seek comfort, to do the easy and familiar and not try anything stupid. So if you want to get to your dream timeline, you have to fight against your very human nature, the instinct to give in to fear and seek comfort. Why are you in the same place you were months or even years ago? Why are you making so little progress? Why do you spend the whole day doing nothing productive and then regret it at the end of the day? Despite what many people, including yourself, might have told you, it's not because you are lazy, it's because nature is taking control over you. It's forcing you to stay in the same place you always were, because once again, the only thing that matters for it is for you to not die. And if you're still alive right now, it means that whatever you're doing to survive is working fine, and there's no need to change anything. Why be dumb and try something different? This invisible hand of nature is the mysterious force that is always pulling you away from your dreams, and it will continue to do so unless you do something about it. Every single successful person that has ever lived on Earth had to overcome this force at some point in their lives, and if you want to get to your dream timeline, you will have to do the same.
Okay, so the reason most people will ever achieve their dreams is because they are in hard-to-reach timelines, and they don't want to risk going through that path because nature is constantly controlling us with fear, so they end up going through the safe and predictable path. What is the solution to this?
Look, the future is scary and no one knows what's going to happen next. This uncertainty is the source of most fears and is also the main reason people don't go after their dreams, because they don't believe that they are going to happen. For many people, the thought of their dreams becoming a reality don't even cross their minds. Their brains automatically shut it off and assume it to be impossible without giving any chance for reconsideration. As you can see, this is a problem of belief, or rather lack of it. The old cliché advice,
"You just have to believe in yourself,"
is actually true and very important. But no one takes it serious because it was said so many times before that it lost its credibility. Also, you can't absorb an advice just by listening to it. You have to fully understand it first. Believing in yourself is important because that's literally the very first thing that has to happen in order for you to achieve anything in life. Even the simple act of walking requires you to believe that you will be able to take the next step without falling. Believing is the opposite of uncertainty. It's the peace of having certainty that something is going to happen. Belief is the key to the multiverse. It's the most important thing you'll need to make it happen. It's the antidote to fear. But there's a problem. The more improbable something is, the harder it will be to truly believe in it, ultimately making it even more improbable to happen. And also, you can't brute force a belief into you. It has to come naturally. So what is the solution to this? This is where the magic happens. Once you fully understand that every vision you have in your head is not impossible and has a certain probability of happening, you realize that, somewhere out there in a future timeline, there's a real version of you that is living that vision in the flash, and if you really want it, you can have it. Now, it's no longer a matter of thinking, wow, I wonder if this is possible. It's just a matter of thinking, wow, I really want this to happen. What do I have to do to bring this vision to reality? The purpose of the multiverse is to serve as a framework of thought, to create a strong foundation of thinking, to understand that anything is possible and to not dismiss a great idea just because you were led to believe it to not be possible. In general, it is a way for you to never forget that your dreams are all possible and achievable. I know, lots of cliché advice here, but they are cliché for a reason. They are fundamental. Once you take care of your beliefs, comes the next step, which is choosing which timeline you want to go to. Because even though all your visions are possible, they might not all happen at the same time. And unfortunately, you have a finite amount of time on this planet, and you'll probably need a lot of it to pursue any of your visions. As I said, the more improbable they are, the harder it will be to get there. So choose wisely where you go. Please don't go chasing fake dreams implanted in your brain by society without your permission. The last step is figuring out what you need to do and what you need to sacrifice to become that version of yourself that made it to where you want to go. I won't expand much on these topics because otherwise the video would be too long. And, you know, I'm pretty tired too. I have to take a nap after this. But let me know in the comments if you want me to talk about this in future videos. I know you can talk to me right now if you wanted to, but please don't. Just leave a comment. I love reading comments. How's the weather over there? Comment down below, or wherever the f*** YouTube moved it to. If I could resume this video in one phrase, it would be dare to dream. Most people don't believe their visions are real. They have them, they delight in them, but then throw them away in their mental drawer where it lies forgotten for the rest of their lives because they think there's no use in trying to pursue it. Or maybe they even tried but gave up too soon. And this is a big problem, because by giving up on your dreams, you're not only letting your future self down, but you're also letting down all the people you could have helped, all the people you could have made their lives better. Think about it this way. If you knew for certain that if you did X, Y, and Z every single day, you would get everything you want in 5 years or less. 100% guarantee. Imagine if you could pierce through the fabric of space-time and see yourself in the future getting everything you ever wanted in the flesh. Would you do what it takes? Would you give up in the first month? Would you stop because someone told you you can't? No, you wouldn't. If that's really what you want, I'm pretty sure you would go all in until the end, no matter what happens. The reason most people give up is not because they don't want it bad enough. It's because they want to avoid wasting their time, because they already believe they're going to fail. The only reason you would go all in on your dreams for as long as it takes is because you already know you're going to eventually win. Ah, thank God you died. Thank you for making it to the end. If this video helped you in any way, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. Did I told you that I also love likes? That shit is so good, man. Please give one for me. I promise that I can stop whenever I want. Click the like button. Anyway, hope you're having a great life. Peace.